All right, how's everybody doing? Mark here from Mark Builds Bricks. Pantasy reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to try something different? And I said, let's do this. So they sent me this. So we're going to put this lovely set together. This is set number 85030, part of, I guess, the warrior theme. This is the knight, and already this looks absolutely awesome. Can't wait to jump into this. And again, humongous thank you very much to Pantasy for sending me this for review. We're going to jump in stage by stage like we normally do for all this. So sit back, relax, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into the review.
Welcome.
All right, so before we jump in, we got to sneak over to Pantasy's website. You can go there by pantasy.com and check out all the cool new sets that are coming out, as well as some of the really awesome IPs that they do have, and some of the unique IPs that they do have as well, that you definitely got to check out. They have a fantastic support team over there, so if you have any issues with broken pieces, missing pieces, or any want to know where your package is and stuff like that, feel free to reach out to their support team. They are very, very good at getting back to you, even with the time difference around the world and stuff like that. So very good. And also, forget, we have brand new digital instructions as well. So if you prefer the digital instructions, head on over to the Pantasy's website. Links will be in the description for where the digital instructions are, as well as Pantasy's site in general. Search for your set, download the PDF, and you should be good to go. Any promotional links or anything like that that we would have from Pantasy that supports this channel will be in the description as well to help out this channel. So let's get into the review. All right, so we are going to do something slightly different. We are going to jump into and take a look at this box because this looks really cool. Absolutely fantastic image on the front of the box of the knight. We got so much little printed details. It looks like everything's going to be posable from everything I'm looking at the back of the box, but you have a nice little Pantasy logo there. We got the warrior logo, we got the set number, and of course the image of the knight itself, as you can see, is very shiny because it's reflecting all my lights inside here. But all in all, it comes on a nice little base, it looks like. This side of the box, we got some interesting features of the pieces in here. We got the sword, we got the lance, we have a nice little coat of arms shield, it looks like. Fantastic gobricks and pad printing, of course, on the Pantasy sets. On this side, we have some of the dimensions, as you can see on the screen there. So that gives you all the height and everything, and the width and stuff. On the back of the box, shows you what has all the articulation of what can move. So it looks like we've got some movement in the way the horse's hooves or the legs can be moved around. It looks like the shield itself has some little bit of movement, articulation, and of course the arms of the knight to basically put either the lance or the sword in its hand and stuff like that. So this is going to be an interesting build for sure. But I thought we'd take a look at the box because this absolutely looks fantastic. So let's get into this. So at this stage of the game, I'm usually showing you the manual and we go through the manual, but this is the good version of it. If this was bent like this, Pantasy, I really suggest putting your manuals, because you guys spend a really lot of good time with these manuals and developing them. Put them in the cardboard sleeve and then put them in the box, because I don't know who threw this one into the box, but it got damaged galore. Unfortunately, they didn't have the digital version of this manual up yet, because this set, as of this recording, was not available to purchase yet, so the digital instructions weren't available yet. But we went through it. It was just mainly the first few pages, as you can see, that got damaged. But other than that, let's go through it. This looks good. And then it's basically 4 sets of bags. First bag covers the main part of the base. Next 2 are the horse, and the last one is the knight itself. Bags range from anywhere between 2 to 4 bags each. But other than that, very quick set to put together. Colors and everything, I like that they use different colors for the system bricks for the base of that. It makes beginner users and early intermediate builders, definitely makes it easier for them to piece everything in place. We got a bit of the Technic build, putting it in, then covering up the base itself. Colors and everything that was used, very understandable, except for the dark browns. In this area where you start doing the dark browns of where things are positioned, do look at it very carefully and get them in the right way. I did put them in backwards at first, and then I managed to put it in the correct way. Going through, there was nothing else out of the ordinary that I came across. A couple of areas I thought was going to be a little fragile in the build, but it was strengthened up once you got everything in place, and I'm very impressed with this build. But the manual itself, straightforward, very easy to understand, other than the dark browns looked a little awkward to look at to see how they put them in place. And as I said, you do have it in style A with the lance, or you can do style B with the sword. It's purely up to you how you wish to display it once it's done. The back of the manual, Peanuts, Moomin, definitely some interesting pieces. I like to get my hands on some of the Peanuts sets, especially the new carousel that just came out, or the giant circus carousel, because that uses the new Pantasy motors and electrics pieces and stuff like that. So I am looking forward to getting my hands on one of those. But other than that, that is the manual in its glory. So first part or first stage of this build completed, and it's basically the base. Nice and shiny black. Actually, I do like the way they put the base together. Yes, they used a lot of different colored system bricks inside, and that would be great for first-time builders or early intermediate builders to get used to where the pieces and stuff would go. I think that's a great idea. It's hidden away from display, as you can see, so it's actually not that bad. We got some printed pieces already on all four sides, on the angled sides with some decoration, and we continue to decoration with some of the crowbars and handcuff type scenario things that they put in place. Nicely shiny black base right in place, and we do have our Technic brace pieces for the back of the horse once we start building that out. All in all, gobricks, they went together super smooth. And in fact, they were just butterly smooth. They just popped into place, no clutch issue whatsoever. Pieces just fit and they just went together so nicely, especially the Technic. Technic can usually get a little tricky to get the pieces in. Everything went in nice and smooth. I'm so happy with this build so far. So here we have stage 2 completed, and the bulk of the horse is being built. So far, it's been pretty good. A lot of interesting pieces going into place. I thought there would be a little bit of a fragile area, but it's all braced up nicely as you build it through, which is pretty good. These are basically pins for the hind legs they're going to go in. We have the front legs in place, as you can see. They do move. They do go up and down in a certain fashion, and we do have some nice printed pieces on the red with a lion and the fleur-de-lis symbols as well. We have a couple of nice little gold pieces in place as well. We got the saddle pre-built as well on one side, because the other side is not built yet. That's the next stage. And the back of the horse, and we do have a tail in place. The tail doesn't move in any way, shape, or form, but I do be careful. This is where I think there'll be some fragileness, because it's just one by ones holding certain things in place, but it should be good if it was just on the display going forward. So all in all, it's a good size. I didn't expect it to be this big, even though I did saw the dimensions on the box itself, but it is a good size that we're going to get. So if this is roughly the size of the horse, just think of how big the knight's going to be once we place the knight on this horse as well. Let's get into the next stage and continue on. We're back with bags 3 or stage 3 completed, and we have a horse, and the horse looks really freaking good. Lots of good printing pieces on the front as well on the nose piece. The nose, I would say the only really customized piece that was built for this. It's the only, everything else is pretty much standardized pieces throughout, but it's just this nose cover is slightly different, but we do have some nice little printing around the eyes. I like that we're using the base of the little antennas pieces to make the eyes. We do have the ears. The ears do move up and down. You can set them as you wish. The head doesn't really move much. The legs do, and you can pose the legs. The front legs are posable. Stirrups are posable, and the hind legs are slightly posable as well. But it fits in the base of the area of the horse. It's just a Technic pin that slides into the other Technic holder on it, and it's like, as you can see, it's fairly sturdy. We still have to put the weight of the knight on it, so it'll be interesting on how that stands up on that. But all in all, this is looking really good. This is going to display well on the shelf as well. I'm pretty impressed with this build very much. Like as I said, some really good clear printed pieces. The shape of the horse itself looks really good. I like that it shows that we got a bit more of a bulk in the hind area for the thighs of the legs as well versus the front. So there's some really good contrast of this horse in general. And I'm pretty impressed. We're on the last stage coming up, and we should be completed. All right, we're back and we have completed stage 4 of the build, which is basically the completed build. As you can see, the knight looks fantastic. All that chrome knighted armor is actually awesome. There's also some nice printing on his chest piece as well. The helmet is pretty cool how it goes together. It just pieces together and then you put a ball joint in between as you piece it together and then you pop it on. The plume or the feather that comes off the helmet actually is slid inside while you clamp the helmet together, and then we got some beautiful gold wings coming off the face of it. His helmet does not open, but his head is slightly articulated. You can move it. His arms are articulate. You can pose his arms however you wish. I decided to use the giant sword, which is basically what I prefer. It also comes with a lance as well, with a couple of flags on the end of the lance, as you can see. Lance, I actually like the sword, so I'm going to keep it displayed with the sword as the main part. As I said, the horse is absolutely brilliant. It looks really good. I tried to get into the stirrups just nicely, so I've just placed it. I know my wife is going to nitpick at me because she is an equestrian rider of horses and for many years, so she'll make fun of this. But all in all, it does look great. Speaking of absolutely awesome, look at that shield. Now the shield is a full build. This is a full mini build to do the whole shield. Instead of going with any printed pieces, stuff like that, they went with actual pieces to give it some really good depth and detail on the shield. The shield is also in his arm. His arm is fully adjustable. You can move his arm, and you can also turn the shield in and out as well within his hand, so you can pose it however you wish. But all in all, fantastic detail on the shield. Honestly, Pantasy, this is a really awesome design. Horse reins are not really attached to anything. He's not really holding on to any of that. That's okay. The horse could be super smart and knows what he's doing. As I said, it's pretty stable. As I said, with the weight of everything, I'm jiggling it pretty good. It's only held on by basically one Technic pin, which is in the horse crotch area. My apologies, horse. But it just pins into there. Like as I said, you can move the hind legs, you can move the front legs however you wish to pose. The head's really not adjustable. The ears are adjustable however we wish you to point them. The knight looks absolutely fantastic. Pantasy, you outdid yourself with this one. This is really cool. If this is an ongoing the warrior theme where there's a knight and then we might get another knight with a different coat of arms on it, or do we get other types of interesting characters? Like as I said, this looks really good, and I'm pretty impressed. I fully recommend this when this one comes out. Definitely get your hands on it if you want something completely different to build. Links and promotional stuff will be in the description of this video to help the channel out, as well as help you get access to this and contact Pantasy in any way, shape, or form if you need to. Other than that is the knight build, and it absolutely looks fantastic. I'm speechless with this one. This one was really cool to build. Comment and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next Pantasy review.